Okay, so good morning, everyone, once again, and we start with the class. Thank you so much. Let me at the onset to all the students who contributed to that example that I had asked. It was good, it was fun. I learned a lot, and believe me, I really enjoyed myself. Thank you so much. But the example that I asked you to contribute was because I wanted to understand that how does then the pricing strategy differ? And therefore, just a recap of what we have done till now, we started with another P, which is the price. And I told you that this price is the only P that earns us revenue. All the other Ps are expense. So whether it is product, whether it is promotion, or whether it is distribution. However, this is the only one which gets us money, which earns us revenue. And therefore, it is very, very important. Having said that, pricing is not maths. Pricing is not 2 plus 2. Pricing is neither 100 plus 100. Pricing is a little more complicated because we are dealing with human beings, and therefore we need to, and we human beings, we pretend we are logical people, but the reality is that we are the most illogical people. We are irrational, we are emotional, we claim that we use our brains, but the reality is we work with our heart. And therefore, if that is so, then we marketing people, we respect the customer, we respect the human needs, and we work accordingly. And therefore, for me, while yes, this is the P which earns revenue, pricing is not, as I said, maths. Pricing is communicating value. What is the value that you are communicating? So that person who can buy the airline ticket one day before, the value is convenience. The person who can watch the film at 8 o'clock in the morning, the value is his ability to see the same film in the same theater at a time which is convenient to him. And therefore, we never ever price the product. We always price the segment of consumer. And to further explain it, I had asked you to share with me examples of the different mobile phones which have similar features. I said similar because obviously there will always be some difference. So how does it work? Yes, we understood this structure yesterday. Let's understand the other structure. Just like marketing has 4 Ps, pricing has 3 C, the first one. What is this? Cost price. What do you mean by cost price? Obviously, I mean, in the sense when you're pricing your product, you have to price it at a cost, at least at the cost price. So if it has taken me 100 rupees to manufacture this product, including everything, then if I price it at 90 rupees, I may get a number of customers. But what do I have? Loss. I am not meeting the needs of the customer profitably. So the one of the basic logic, the basic thing is obviously you should never ever price your product below your cost price, because then what you are doing is you are compromising on your profit unless and until you are that company which can afford to do so, which again brings various ethical questions and which are something which we will deal in the next topic, right? So this is like the basic of pricing. The second, so when you have done that basic cost pricing, then the second C is the competitor price. How much is it that your competitors are pricing the same product or service? And that's where I had asked you to share with me examples of different mobile phones with the similar features. And we saw that though two models had almost similar features, the pricing was different. And in one case, you said that the difference is large, but the price difference was not according. In the second case, maybe the price difference was a little more. But we saw that there exists a range, and which is very true. There is never a product with the same features which you will get at price X. So there's a mobile phone with feature A, B, C, D, E. It will never happen in the market that all the companies are selling it at a certain price, which is A. No, you will always find a price range. Somebody will be selling it at A, somebody will be selling it at B, somebody at C, somebody at D, and so on. So there's a price range. Maybe the price range is between 10,000 to 15,000. Maybe the price range is between 80,000 to 90,000, whatever. But there is a range. And this is where which gives you an idea of how your competitors are pricing the product. Once you are clear of the range, so you know that you have to fit your product, your brand or service in that range. But where do I fit it? If the range is 10,000 to 14,000, do I fit it at 10,000? Or do I fit it at 14,000? And that's where the most important C comes into the picture, which is customer perception. Because a customer never buys the product. A customer always buys an image. If we were all buying a product, then there would be no brands. If we were all buying a product, then we would all buy the same product. And yet someone wants OnePlus, someone wants whatever Redmi, someone wants something else. Someone wants a particular brand of shoes, someone else wants another brand of shoes. Because the reality is that we are buying an image. And that's the question that you as a marketing person has to understand and find the answer. What is the perception that the customer has about your product, brand, or service? Does the customer think you are worth 10,000? Well, then if you charge 14,000 or 13,000 or 12,000, then you're losing customers. On the other hand, if the customer thinks that you are worth 14,000 and you charge 12,000, then you are losing a profit. And therefore, you need to understand that what is the perception of the customer about your product, and then accordingly price your product. It may be 12,000, it may be 14,000, but it's nothing to do with what you think should be the price. It has to do with what the customer thinks should be the price. And if you do that correctly, then you will get customers, and at the same time, you will get profit also. And look around you. This is exactly what good marketing people do. We have products with similar features and yet priced differently, because the brand image I have of brand A is different I have for the brand B or brand C. Yes, and once you have been able to find that out, you add the 3 C's to understand that what should be the pricing for your product. At this point of time, any questions or any comments, please let me know. Any concerns or any comments? Okay, if this is clear to you, then let me stop this topic here and open the house for discussion.